Hello friends of Stationery Shenanigans, and in this video we are going to set up my recent purchase of the Love and Trip Red Limited Edition Traveler's Notebook. I have been loving watching everyone's videos on their unboxings and their setups, and I even watched some of the recent videos at the Chicago Pen Show and the Little Craft Fest in Texas, where some people purchased their red editions and unboxed them in real time. So that was kind of cool to see. But yeah, I decided that, like I talked about in my last video, which if you haven't watched my unboxing video, please go ahead and watch it. I'll try to link it here. That I'm using my limited edition things. I'm trying to use my good stuff, which is kind of a recurring theme among my channel that I want to continue doing. So I'm going to switch out my current setup, which is my limited edition olive, and pick a few different things and try them out to use in my red. Now, I don't know if you all function like this, because I certainly do, but I base my stationery around seasons and things going on. So today is the last day of the semester. I am a college instructor and PhD student, so I'm now kind of transitioning to my summer mode. So I'm setting up this traveler's notebook with the mindset that I hope to use it for the entire summer, and then the next changes I would use for my notebook systems would come in August when I'm setting up for fall semester. That's just how my mind works. I like things according to seasons. I like using colors according to seasons. I even had a video a while back where I had found a pencil case that I had put together and it got stuck between shelves and I didn't see it for months. And we looked back at what was in the pencil case and it was clearly a setup for fall because everything was colored yellows and oranges because that's just what I like to do. So going through my collection of things here I have for my traveler's notebook to think about what do I want to put in my red limited edition. I know I don't want to use the red notebook right now. That's fine. I'm just looking through kind of some of the bands, some of the other accessories that I keep in the craft envelope. And here I decided I'm going to change the notebook loop instead of it being brown. For some reason I want it to be black. I feel like black goes with the red. That's just what is in my thought process right now. So the two notebooks that I put together with this black band, the first one is a notebook cover that we kind of ad hoced with my favorite planner of all time, which I made a video about it. It's a planner I used to always buy in Poland. So I cut out the map of Warsaw from the planner and just pasted it on as the cover for this regular Travelers Company Lines notebook. And it's kind of like my memory keeping slash I want to say junk journaling, I don't love the term junk journaling, so I am gonna call it ephemera collecting or something, or ephemera memorializing. I just feel like a lot of the stuff I collect, to me, isn't junk. There are people who do junk journaling that's actual junk, they take tops of cereal boxes and make them into beautiful notebooks and stuff, which I think is so cool. But for me, it's more of just ephemera collecting for my day to day and things that I save. And to me, in my mind, that's not junk. Let me know in the comments below if you feel the same way as me. I could be totally off. So anyway, that's gonna be for that part of it. And the back notebook is the watercolor sketch paper, whichever one it is. I can never remember. I'm so sorry. That I love doing watercolors in, and I want to keep that because I want to try to do more watercoloring during my travels this summer. But anyway, I grabbed this short refill from my little stock here because I decided this is going to be a very interesting summer for me. I have a lot going on, so I want to make a dedicated summer notebook. Normally, when I plan my traveler's notebooks inserts, I don't put a timeline on them. I just use the notebook and then kind of maybe towards the front, I'll put January to March of 2024 or whatever after the fact. But this one, I want to create a dedicated one from the start because I have to study for my comprehensive exams for my PhD. I am going to Boston. I'm being flown up there by a textbook company and I get to participate in this really awesome summit. I am teaching a summer high school workshop for college-bound students. I'm teaching a summer composition class about the humanities and digital culture. I am also going to New Jersey to visit my family and friends and go to the shore. So I'm going to be driving for that portion. And what else do I have? Just a lot of other things. I'm also working my part-time job. There's also just life things I want to do, especially stationery related. I'm hoping to do a lot this summer. So, like, I just decided let's make a dedicated short trip notebook for this summer. And here I'm looking at, okay, I always have to have a pencil board with me. There's something about this Traveler's Town pencil board and my to and fro light blue zipper pouch that I feel like matches the red of the notebook. I thought about using my good old trusty clear Traveler's Company zipper pouch, but I was like, you know what? Let's lean into this like light blue and red thing because it's just like working for me. I don't know what it is about it. Let me know if you have any like color combinations that you like to consider when you're using your traveler's notebooks. But also this like really lightweight material that the to and fro stuff is made from kind of reminds me of summer. It reminds me of like a summer like camping tent material, or it also reminds me of just the fact that I don't want really heavy things to carry around because before you know it's going to be super hot this summer. So I decided let's try this. Let's put the zipper up front so I can put some supplies in. Now this is different from my previous setup. I was trying to do a couple months without having a zipper pouch in my traveler's notebook and just keeping it as notebooks and either a plastic case or like a plastic folder or the pen board. But I decided let's go back to the thing that really got us into the traveler's notebook at the beginning, which was having a case attached to it so I could have a few pens and items such as like small scissors or a glue stick or something. I could have everything in the actual traveler's notebook. So if I did want to go somewhere and journal, or I just wanted to pull out my traveler's notebook and use it at like the kitchen table, I had all the materials at the ready. So far during this process, I'm feeling really good. I'm loving this dark red color. And I didn't have a meltdown like I had on a recent, not recent, but I had my last video I think I posted of a traveler's notebook setup. I kind of had a meltdown in the middle of it and realized two-thirds of the way through that I hated the setup and I was very unhappy. But I still uploaded it and talked about it because I'm trying to be as real as possible and show what it's like just to have these thoughts, because I feel like so much of stationary YouTube is just like perfect aesthetic and you don't really see the stuff that goes behind the scenes. So we're keeping it real here at Stationery Shenanigans. Anyway, I wanted to use these rub-ons that come from Traveler's Company. I think when you order the 2025 or like the yearly stickers, you get these. I'm not sure. So I decided I was going to use this lei pen here to rub off and put summer 2025, but I didn't have enough zeros for this size of the font. I thought about putting the smaller one next, but we just rolled with it and we spelled out our summer 20, we spelled out summer and 25, and then I used like an apostrophe so I didn't have to kind of mess up like the font sizes. But of course, I still made a mess because that's just how things roll. Normally, having those little blotches of the black stickers everywhere would kind of bother me, but that's not what we're trying to do anymore. And I just decided, okay, like I kind of like it. It makes it look a little bit more rugged. It also can be covered up with stickers later, so I don't need to worry about it. It reminds me of the time when I had moved to a like brand new apartment in 2021. This is before I left DC and came to Tennessee. I ordered this like really awesome Turkish rug for my living room that I've wanted for so long, and it got here. And the first few days I had it set up in the living room, I like wouldn't walk on it because it was too nice, and I would walk around the giant rug like it's this almost the size of the room. And then I finally bit the bullet and I was like, okay, we're just gonna use it. And I like the second week of me finally starting to use the nice rug, I somehow ripped up like a whole strand of it with my chair and it became ugly. And I told myself, making something nice and new like ugly or have an imperfection in the first week of it is just, it's just a good luck thing. Like you're breaking it in, you're using it. The same thing happened with my red cover here. When I finished filming the last unhaul or unboxing video I made, right after I turned off the camera and I picked up my traveler's notebook just to like look at it, I put a big scratch in the front cover. You might have not been able to see it in this video, but I just stared at that for a second. I was like, okay, this is a good luck thing. We scratched it right away. Now you never have to worry about like getting scratches or anything. I just think that is the vibe we're going for. So anyway, putting these stickers back, it's really important to have that back sheet behind it so it doesn't rub off on anything else. But yeah, so I have my summer 25. Then I found these random bookish stickers that I probably used before, and I put it back with my traveler's notebook stuff instead of like with my stickers. And I chose this like black stack of books because this is going to be a summer of reading. I have over about 140 things I have to read for my exam, so I thought this was kind of cool. So anyway, thank you all so much for joining me. If you like this, please consider subscribing or giving it a thumbs up. And I can't wait to see what y'all are doing this summer, and I will see you next time. Take care.